All right, what's good? Out here right now. Just want to make this video real quick. Just gonna give my opinion on just things that I feel are worth more than money. Now, I got inspired by this by watching a video about there was this kid, he's like 18. He's a gamer, or he was originally gaming, dropped out of school at like 13. He's 18 now. He's pretty much set for life at this point in time, depending on how he moves with his money. Like, he's good. He ain't got to work, and he's 18. And I was like listening to the interview, and he was talking about how, he thought he was just good and he was going to retire and everything. And he spent like the first 6 months kind of just traveling, doing things, and then he realized, like, damn, like, it's just boring, like, it's not just about that, like, and this is what a lot of people with money be realizing, like, just because you have it don't mean everything's just figured out. Like, you still gotta live your life, you still gotta do things, you still gotta wake up in the morning, and if you got family, you gotta be with your family, deal with their emotions and everything, meet people, interact, like, of course, it's nice to not have to worry about bills, especially if you're struggling and you're watching this. Like, that's what most people see. Like, they're in a position to where they're struggling or they're going through it. But I don't know. It's like, I understand, because like I just like walked into the crib. My cousin's in there. He's younger than me. He's on Xbox right now with his friends on the microphone, like playing the game and just like, doing his thing, like being loud, just laughing. And it'll be stuff like that I know is like worth more than money. Like, just those moments you could share with like your friends growing up, like things that you remember. Like, you could remember the times where it's like you was with your friends and you was doing your ding dong ditching or just like playing Xbox, talking about what you're about to do, getting fresh for school, stuff like that. Like, no, like, this is just some things you cannot like replace. Like, no matter how much money you have, you're like, damn, this point in time's fire. Or like, if you got siblings, like, that point in time, me and my siblings was together and we was like doing stuff, going outside, like, But these are things that most people really don't think about, probably just because some people are in that fight or flight mode of just like going to work and just kind of being distracted, not really doing much with their time, looking at everyone else doing stuff with their time and things like that. And, just not being aware of how they are spending, like, because you really, just depends on how you move. Like, if you move right, you don't really need to have a lot of money, But if you got like a bunch of subscriptions, you got a lot of stuff taking your money, and you're trying to get the most expensive place to live at, most expensive car, like, you gotta know how you're moving with your money for real, like, So I don't know. I feel like I can relate to the person. I'm not on his level to where he has millions of subscribers and like got mad money and stuff. But I've been at a point where I've had a very high-paying job, very good job, and I've made a lot of money. I mean, quote-unquote, a lot of money. I made good money in the eyes of most people, and, I was able to have my apartment and kind of do things, and I was doing both, making content and working, and it's like I got to see, in a sense, I'm like, okay, like, it's good, the money's great, but I'm like, it's not enough for me just to have a lot of money. Like, it would be nice, like, I could get like a nicer car, you know what I mean? Like, little things like that. But, after a while, it's just like, if you don't have something else more than that, like, it's not the most fulfilling thing. Like I said, like, for the people in school and you got like a bunch of friends and everything, like, I feel like those are the times, like cherish that, value that. Like, those are the times where it's like you're gonna remember, like, remember what happened. Like for me, I played sports my whole life. Like, I remember all of that stuff, like the good times, everything. Like, and running track, like, you get to go to the colleges, like, meet other people, meet girls. Like, we just had good times for real, like, and I don't know, in this world, it just seems like a lot of people want to do things alone, or feel like they gotta do things alone, to where it's like things are just not fun, you know. Let's say you get your own crib, right? A lot of people want to have their own crib. So you get your own crib, and then you're doing everything on your own, right? Then that's when you realize, like, damn, I've been tricked. Like, this is a lie. Like, I really need to have somebody else, or it would benefit me to have other people around me. You know, so I'm out here just in a circle, just working, you know, buying food, doing all this stuff. Like, you're in a loop-de-loop, basically. And you can afford it, and you might be able to afford it, but it's just like, you're like, damn, like, at this rate, it's going to take me this time to do this, opposed to, like, if I just work with somebody and we got a plan, we can do this within a short period of time, you know, and you can have more fun because there's someone there, you know. But it just depends on who you are. Some people are just, you know, they might just want to have their own space, you know. But, all right, so things worth more than money. I would say just friends, like I said, like having friends, people you could really vibe with, you know what I mean? That's something that's kind of priceless. Like, people who actually care. You know, that's rare to actually have friends in this day and age, for real. Especially when you reach a certain age. But, like, for me, I'm thankful. Like, I used to think I didn't have a lot of friends, but I guess even just having, like, 3 friends, like, that's, like, a lot, you know? Compared to some people who don't have friends at all, or just might have 1 friend. But to have 3, that's a lot. That's no bullshit. That's actually good. So, you know, shout out to the homies, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so, what else? What else is worth more than money? I don't know. You just kind of look around, you appreciate the fact that you're alive, you know? At least for me, I'm just like, just being able to, like, have a working mind and, like, a brain, and just, like, consciousness, the ability to, like, I could get up right now, you know, freaking go walk over here, like, as I'm doing, you know, like, just stuff like that people take for granted sometimes. I'm about to just take a walk while I'm talking, you know, just because I can, like, feel me? It's just having that ability to do something with your time. You know, something you can't take for granted. Sometimes money make you feel like you can't do nothing. Like for me, when I was working a job, I felt like I couldn't do shit. You know, because I was so, like, used to just doing this job. I was like, all right, I'm getting this money, doing this, I'm cool. Like, I'm good. I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to do nothing else. I'm not going to talk to nobody. I'm not going to do this. And, you know, I would have been better off making less money, and I'm somewhere where I can, you know, I'm in a space where I feel like I can talk to people, or I'm working with people, things like that, you know. So sometimes it's not just about money, for real. Like, it don't mean be broke. Like, I don't think that's good either. Like, you should definitely get some money, like, just because that's kind of how the world works. So, you know, of course, I'm trying to get some money. I'm trying to get a lot of money. I'm gonna get the bag. But, like, I'm just talking from a standpoint of, like once you get the money, you just realize, like, all right, like, still 24 hours in the day. I still gotta move in a smart way in order to get things done. Like, you know, as is, like, shit, it's not just gonna be set for you. Like, all right, let's say even me, like, I buy a big crib somewhere, like this street I'm on, got a lot of big cribs. Like, let's say I buy a nice crib over here and everything. Like, all right, I still gotta maintain it, still gotta do this, still gotta deal with people in some way, like, whether it's family or business type stuff, like, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. Just something I was thinking about because I watched that video, and, you know, it kind of inspired me. I'm like, it's making me realize, like, all right, I know I'm not crazy for thinking, like, it's more than just money. Because there's people who really have it, like, once they get it, they all say the same shit, like, yo, like, it's cool and it is important, but you know, you still gotta be on your shit. Like, you still gotta do stuff for yourself. You still gotta have something that brings you fulfillment within. And, you know, for me, I know just the ability to create gives me fulfillment within. The ability to freaking just record or just take a picture, and then the ability to talk to somebody if I want. Like, that's what it is. I'm just thankful for, like, I got working senses and, you know, I'm alive and shit. But everybody's different. You know, everyone's different. I just think sometimes people could see it in a very narrow way, to where once they do get some bread or once they do this, like, they end up not being happy and miserable. They might start taking drugs and just doing all this extra stuff because they thought that would just be enough. Like, you got the lifestyle now, but it's like, do you enjoy your life? You know what I mean? Like, it'll be people just working regular jobs who really enjoy their life because it works for them. Like, I may not be making, I could be making $40,000 a year, but, like, you know, I'm gonna take a trip every weekend somewhere, like, and I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna make a channel and dedicate my time to it. Like, just about knowing who you are and just like how you want to move in life for real. Like, that's the honest truth. Like, in my opinion, no matter where you're at in life, like, even if you're in school, even if you're broke, like, everyone kind of got like an opportunity for real. You know, I just saw an article. These dudes in Rhode Island, like, they was on the street. They was homeless, and then now they got like a junk removal company. Like, they got their own truck, like the number on it, and they was homeless. 2 brothers. Like, you could probably find it if you look it up, but it just lets me know. And then the first thing they said was like, you know, we just stopped making excuses. I think they said, like, we stopped making excuses. We had to take action. You know what I mean? Like, we like helping people, but how can you help people if you don't help yourself? Like, I saw it as real shit. Like, even people on the street know, like, all right, I gotta do something. You feel me? And then to be people with a lot of opportunity who aren't doing nothing, which is fine if you're happy, you know. But I just try to really focus on myself because I don't want to get caught up in what other people do. You feel me? Like, you know, I don't want to get caught in, if anyone's lazy, I can't be around no lazy people. If anyone that has a negative mindset, I don't want to be around that. You know, it don't matter if it's family, if it's people who I might know. It's just like, all right, that's cool, man. That's what's up. I'm going to go this way. You know where I'm at. Hit me up. Let me know what you're on. Like, that's it. Like that's why I understand how, like, I understand each and every day why successful people move how they move. How people might think, like, oh, they be busy. Oh, this guy's... he's this because he focuses on himself. Like, he doesn't have time for no one else. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, that's how you get somewhere in life. You can't just be out here worried about everyone else. Like, that's crazy. Like, what you mean? Like, but it's really a mindset thing, you know. Just gotta figure out what you be on. But this is what I'm saying. We all have the choice to do it. Like, you know, I really just got out of my comfort zone, taking a walk, kind of just chilling in the neighborhood. I usually never, like, I'd be walking out here, but I don't freaking record myself. But it's just like, just having the ability to do this. Like, this is like peace for me. Like, you know, I'm like, hey, I can change my destiny at any time. You know what I mean? In a sense, like, not saying this video is going to change my life, but you could take action and do things, you know. But yeah, man, I might have got off topic, but ultimately I feel like there's a couple things that are worth more than money alone. Like, money is good too, you need that. I think it all goes hand in hand, like money, energy, time, like, you know, it all kind of goes hand in hand. But, like, just like having genuine connection with people, that's something that you can't really replace, like, with money. Like, some people will trade, like, having mad bread for just, like, having a genuine connection, having someone who they feel like they love, or stuff like that. Or if you got kids, like, you will trade that for your kids. Like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Even though you need it for your kids, but I'm just saying, like, some people will never understand, bro. And shout out to this guy over here, man. But, yeah, bro. With that being said, let's get up on out of here. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.